love. This is going to be for the reunion, y'all. And I did a video and put a ring on it. And after this video, there's going to be a link above my head. And you can click on that link to watch my video on Put a Ring on it. And Lord have mercy, was this a reunion or was this like my high school 20-year reunion? Because this stuff was a petty. I don't know, was it just me or did you feel like you was at a high school reunion and all these women on here was playing some character from high school? It was a mess. We had Precious, who was the ghetto girl, and yeah, I'm saying it, she was the ghetto girl. And when's the last time you met a girl named Precious that was anything less than maybe ghetto? First of all, she sure did live up to that name, because all the Preciouses I've ever met, none of them have ever been really precious, to be honest with you. And Precious lived up to her name. Let me tell you something. Precious lived up to the name of a ghetto girl. She wanted to drink, she wanted to fight, she wanted to cuss. I'm telling you something, I couldn't be friends with Precious if I was out here in the single world, because Precious would run all the men away. A man would come around you, y'all trying to have drinks or something, Precious, and the man would come around you with Precious, and she run him away. Her behavior is horrible. She like a man repellent. And here she is up here fussing and fighting with Demetrius. She's shooting the messenger, honey. Demetrius just delivered the message, Precious. But that message was coming from all them men. So I don't know why you shooting the messenger. They chose Demetrius to deliver the message because he's a 21-year war veteran. And they knew there was going to be some shots fired when he had to deliver the message. And let me tell you, Precious shot up the club in that reunion this last night. Precious shot up the club. And here's the sad thing about it. Precious doesn't see herself. The truth of the matter is Demetrius was really trying to do Precious a favor when he said that she wasn't ready to love because they thought she was still a club girl. That wasn't the real truth, Precious. I hope you don't watch the whole season now and realize that it wasn't just Demetrius. All these men didn't like you. Let me tell you, they was all backing up. But you trying to act like it was only Demetrius's thoughts? That ain't true. Girl, your ghetto-ness, your ratchetness, and all that foul talking about sex is what turned these men off. And you really need to see that to be the truth. I did a whole video on Precious all season, several of them. I got tired of doing the videos. I had to stop. Instead of looking in the mirror, Precious wants to throw stones and rocks and blame the messenger. But that ain't the problem. Precious really need to go back and look at her strategies, because she got some stuff to work on if she really want to be out here trying to find some love. Because any man that's going to be attracted to what Precious is serving up, he ain't going to be worth it. And Precious ain't going to be able to tell me she just acted out on this reunion, because let me tell you, if you cannot keep it together on national TV and you lose it the way Precious did, like this was a Jerry Springer show, what are you doing when there's no cameras around? Precious got some work to do. That shit was ghetto. And the next high school character we got Carmen, the bully of the school. And I told you, the bully and the competitor, that's what I'm gonna call her. The bully and the competitor who wants to beat everybody at everything at school. And I told you this from the very beginning, that Carmen is competitive. And in fact, I didn't have to tell you because she admitted to it. She said she's competitive. I can tell she's been in the Air Force because Carmen, she likes to win. Carmen likes to win, and Carmen to do what it takes to win, and all that stuff about Carmen calling Sabrina and trying to navigate stuff in the background about who to eliminate. I believe it all, because those are some chess moves, and that's what Carmen plays. She plays chess. Other people playing checkers, Carmen's playing chess. I believe she did. I believe she tried to get an advantage and everything to try to win the game, because we saw it all season long when she was bullying Dakia and intimidating Dakia, poor Dakia, all season long. Everybody was running over Dakia all season. It was really sad to watch Dakia get run over all season, and to see her get run over in this reunion. Dang, is there anybody that hasn't run over Dakia this season? I mean, from the men to the women. For Dakia, the tread marks on the back of her neck are long and deep. It's sad to watch. I can't figure out if I'm mad at Dakia, if I feel sorry for Dakia. I think it's all of the above, be honest with you. Dakia is smart as hell. You can tell she's smart. She always been smart. She's the valedictorian of the class. You know, like I always said, Dakia know how to send a man to the moon, but she don't know how to do something simple like get a man. This is sad to watch. She said she got a man now, and I was happy to hear that, but I hope she ain't using the same playbook that she's been using for the last 20 years. Dakia, don't use that playbook. Throw that playbook out, because that ain't work. So if you do got a man now, you need to try something different, because this old method you've been using, it doesn't work. You know, a lot of women out here raising their girls to be the Dakias of the world, because you can tell how Dakia was raised. Dakia was smart. She was a girl winning the spelling bee. She was winning the math contest. She probably was in Jack and Jill. She was all around Girl Scouts, brownies, whatever you want to say. She was well-rounded. You know, she was good in the math and everything, but then her parents must have put her in dance and ballet. So she got a little cultural side coming in too. So she's trying to be a balance between the left brain and the right brain. I know who Dakia was growing up. She's smart, she's polite, she's intelligent. I know all her colleagues probably like her. Her girlfriends probably like her. Her family members probably like her. But you know who don't like her? Men. And that's the problem. Men like her, but men don't want to be with her. And there isn't her problem. All that learning she did all her life, one thing that someone didn't teach her was how to get a man. And that's one of her biggest problems she got right now, because she ain't got them kind of skills. One of the biggest problems that Dakia has is really because she is such a capable woman, and she probably has had a lot of accolades in her life. She's probably won a lot of awards. She's probably had a lot of people that have put her up on a pedestal. And I'm not saying that she shouldn't be up there, because to me, she is a very well-rounded woman. But then what happens to women like Dakia is they go out in the world and they say, you know what, I want my equivalent. I'm all these things, and I want the guy that's equivalent to me. So they go around and they probably met some fabulous men in their lives. Dakia has met some great men in her life, probably some married men, but I'm going to tell you, Dakia probably turned them down. And she probably turned them down because they weren't up to par. When she was at that little lunch brunch with Paul and her mother and her brother spilled the beans on her and said, oh, we know you're not going to settle. Because you know what? They've heard that from Dakia a lot of times. Dakia has probably been using that phrase all her life. She don't want to settle because she wants somebody her equivalent and on her level. Well, here's the problem, Dakia, and it's actually going to be a compliment to you, but it might be a compliment also wrapped up in a little bit of an advice. Sometime when you're really accomplished, just because you have to be with someone that's not as accomplished than you in a certain category doesn't mean that you're selling. It doesn't mean that you're putting them down. Do you think when Usain Bolt, the one who's broken all these records, do you think if he and I or his girlfriend went out and went jogging, do you think he's going to run at full throttle? Do you think he's going to say, oh, dang, I can't be myself. I got to dummy myself down. I got to dummy my speed down. Do you think he's going to always beat everybody when he's just out doing a friendly jog? Or do you think he's going to try to be more relatable to those people? What about Beyonce? Do you think when Beyonce's at a party and they singing happy birthday to somebody, you think she breaks out in her full vocal cord? You think she goes full speed singing? No, does she sit around and talk about, oh, dang, I can't even be myself and sing like I normally like to sing when I sing happy birthday? No, because you know what the problem is with Dakia? She is smart. She is at a high level. She does have all these things, but she's not relatable. And what happens is people don't want to be around people they can't relate to. And Dakia is so far up in the clouds. She's on the moon. She up here with these astronauts sending people to the moon that she's not relatable. And that's the problem she has connecting with men. She ain't relatable. And she keeps thinking that accepting somebody less than her in all these categories is dumbing herself down, or she's selling. What you've done is you just put yourself out of reach of everybody. So now what you've done is you're the one suffering, not everybody else, because there's enough people down here on the ground that's going to be able to fill your role. The problem is you up here, but you don't know how to accept people that aren't always as smart as you, aren't always as accomplished as you. And that's not what makes a good person. You need to start looking for other characteristics in men. That's why she's so far down this dating line now and ain't found the man she really wants. I hope the one she's dating is going to be the one she really wants, because time is running out, Dakia, if you want to have some babies. Even when Dakia was first meeting Eric, every time Eric said something to try to impress Dakia had to talk about how she's already done it. She's already been there. Well, guess what, Dakia? You ain't done it and been there nowhere with a man, not with a husband. So listen, you haven't experienced everything. So you should stop always touting what you've done and putting yourself up on a pedestal, because then people start to think, you know what, I can't relate to this girl. She's done everything, been everything. What's there for me to show her? What's there for me to teach her? What's there for me to experience with her when she's basically put herself on the moon? Girl, don't nobody want to go to the moon to find you and be with you. You need to become relatable. And stop thinking becoming relatable is about dumbing yourself down or not being your full authentic self. That ain't the same thing. Then you got Joy and Clifton this episode. What a disappointment. They act like they the snobby prom king and queen, talking about we run the crown so we can sit up here and act a fool in this episode. They acted a fool, both of them. What did the kid do to Joy so badly that Joy had to treat the kid the way that she did? And you know what it was? Joy got jealous. Yeah, I said it. Joy got jealous watching all those clips of all that stuff that Clifton was doing to Dakia. And Joy didn't know all that time that Clifton was saying all that stuff to the kid, touching on her, feeling on her, all those sexual innuendos. She was thinking all those words were reserved to her. But don't get it twisted. We all know what Clifton was doing. Clifton was playing the game. He was saying and doing what he needed to say to the kid in order to stay in the game so that every week at deliberation, the kid would vote for him. He was using the kid. And Joy should have understood that. But instead, she got in all her feelings and she decided she had to snap at the kid or put the kid down just so the kid knew that, I was always his first choice. Joy, we already knew that. You didn't have to put your foot on the neck of Dakia. Ain't she been beaten down enough in this damn season? Joy wasn't mad at the kid. She was really mad at her man because she really didn't like the fact that her man went that far to play the game. That's who she really need to be checking is on Clifton. But if she understood, Clifton was playing the game. And last week I gave Clifton all this praise saying he didn't do what Sabrina did. He didn't turn it around and blamed Dakia for leading Dakia on. He took responsibility. He gave Dakia a hug and apologized. Well, let me tell you, he took all that back in this reunion. He showed his ass. He sat up there and co-signed on what Joy was doing, and he tried to pretend like, oh, well, couldn't you read the signs on the wall, Dakia? You should have known that Joy was my favorite. Take responsibility for what you did, Clifton. You led that girl on. And sure, she was naive, and I yelled at her every week, telling her, wake up, wake up. But she was naive. But listen, you can't blame her for always being naive. You got to take responsibility too, Clifton, and you led her on. Clifton should have pulled Joy back. She should have pulled that dog back off that leash. Because let me tell you, Joy was doing way too much this episode to the point that she actually made Dakia cry. Like I said, I know who this little high school thing is. The kid is the valedictorian, and Joy and Clifton were the high school prom, the cool kids on the yard. And Joy basically came over there and started basically bullying Dakia, the valedictorian, because although Dakia is smart and she's a good-looking girl, she ain't got the moves out here when it comes to men, and Joy got them kind of moves. And Joy made a mockery of Dakia. That's what she did. She mocked Dakia. Joy and Clifton, y'all owe Dakia an apology. You not. I don't care what Dakia said, talking about, I'll take your man. That was part of playing the game. She might have said that, but she was playing the game. Plus, she was being led on by Clifton. Joy and Clifton, if you're watching this, you owe Dakia an apology. And you need to make it a good one. But I know Joy is bringing her ass back to the United States. She said that damn with this singing in Puerto Vallarta and singing to a bunch of drunk people at the all-inclusive resort in Puerto Vallarta. She said, I ain't leaving my man out on these D.C. streets for these hungry women that come up and snap up and eat up. She says, I'm coming home. I did videos on Put a Ring on It, so please be sure to click on the link right here above my head, the picture, and you can watch that video.